You want to know what to charge your patient? Well, let's take a look. We start with the verification. The verification says that the insurance covers the patient at 60% of approved charges. But what are these approved charges? How much should you charge your patient? Well, it says patient's responsibility is 40%, but is that really 40%? Let's take a look at the calculations. You have a patient who walks in the door and you provide services to that patient. The patient is having one set of acupuncture. Your fee for one set of acupuncture is $150. Now, we know that the insurance is going to pay 60% of the allowed amount. We don't know what the allowed amount is, but the insurance does. We'll talk about that in a second. Their allowed amount is $100. So 60% of $100, because that's all they're going to pay, is $60. Is the patient responsible for $40, because that's the 40%, or are they responsible for the full $150? Well, you're an out-of-network provider. The patient responsible for the $150. That's the way you have to look at it. The insurance is going to come and aid them in some of that bill, but not the whole bill. All the insurance paid is $60. The patient owes the difference. The patient owes $90. The patient is responsible for the full bill, and they owe the difference. So they're responsible for the 40% plus the difference of what wasn't covered, which if you look at the calculation comes out to be $90. The easiest thing to do is take what you charged, subtract the 60% of what the insurance paid, and the patient owes the balance. Let's look at another example. Patient walked in the door and had 2 sets of needles. Total bill amount is $250. Insurance paid 60% of their allowed amount. So they paid altogether for all of their bill $108. What does the patient owe? The patient owes the difference. $250 minus $108. Patient owes you $142. Now, what is the allowed amount? An allowed amount is a calculated amount that the insurance comes up with based on formulas such as where you live, how much your acupuncturists are getting paid in that area, what's the cost of living, how much is rent. They take a lot of things into account and come up with an allowed amount. That allowed amount is what they would pay their percentage off of. So if the insurance pays 80% of the allowed amount, it'll be 80% of that $100. Patient always owes the full amount minus what the insurance made in terms of payment. This is only for out-of-network providers. Let us know if you have any questions, and I am Sarit from All IQ Services.